Hello, good day everyone. So last session we have discussed about the flexible learning and the differentiated teaching. So now let's proceed to the another topic, which is the education in emergencies. So before we proceed, let us have first our learning goals. So our learning goals for today are simple but essential. So we aim to define education in emergencies and identify the foundational standards in the education in emergencies. So now, without further ado, let's begin. What is education in emergency is? To answer that question, education in emergencies refers to providing quality learning opportunities for people of all ages during crisis, such as pandemics, natural disasters, conflicts, and forced displacement. So it is about ensuring that education continues even when we're facing a crisis. Let's say for example, the time when we face the earthquake, and it damages some of the part of the school buildings, and with that, EIE ensures that learning still happens through alternative methods. Like what we have the online class, like temporary learning spaces and evacuation centers or programs right in the communities. According to the AEE, or what we call Interagency Network for Education in Emergencies, IEE is not just about continuing education. So it is also about providing physical, psychosocial, and cognitive protection for learners. So in essence, it helps maintain a sense of normalcy, safety, and hope when everything feels unstable. Let's say for example, after an earthquake or typhoon, our school can become the center of for psychosocial support. So we help the students or children cope with the trauma causing with that specific disaster, and counseling while still continuing their studies. So EIE, or education in emergencies, ensures that the right to education doesn't stop during disasters. So through flexible learning systems, community-based education, and inclusive approach, EIE support both immediate survival and long-term recovery. Also, EIE views education as a lifeline that sustains learning, protects human dignity, and fosters peace even in the most difficult situations. So now let us move to the foundational standards of the education in experience, which we have here. This includes the curricula, training, professional development and support, instruction and learning processes, and assessment of a learning outcome. So let's tackle first the curricula. So the Alternative Education in Emergencies Resource Kit, or EIE Kit, is designed to ensure learning continuity through alternative learning delivery methods and modified content. So it provides accessible, quality, and life-saving education. For example, we can adapt the EIE Kit to include specific modules on how to prepare for earthquake and typhoons. This can include safety drills, evacuation procedures, and basic survival skills. The EIE Kit contains 11 modules focused on helping teachers implement alternative strategies for learners in emergency crisis situations. Let's say for example, after a typhoon, our teacher can use the EIE Kit to teach students about how to prevent waterborne diseases and maintain proper sanitation and hygiene. On the other hand, also, if especially that time when we experience the earthquake, right? So after with that, the teachers have include in their discussion, like they let us they said some words that to encourage us in coping the trauma that the earthquake impact to us. Now, let us proceed to the training, professional development, and support. So, it is crucial that our teachers are well prepared and supported. So, training gives teachers the immediate hands-on skills and knowledge they need, focusing on specific techniques and curriculum usage. So for example, our training programs can teach teachers how to conduct effective earthquake drills to secure the classroom during a typhoon, or how to provide a basic first aid. So, next, with that, let's have the professional development. Helps teachers grow and learn continuously, encouraging them to think deeply, research, and use advanced teaching methods. So, our teachers can participate in workshops on how to help students cope with the trauma of earthquakes and typhoons. So, it's not like about our teachers. So, basically, it's for us, future educators. So, maybe in the future, we'll be going to participate in workshops. So, next is lastly, the support of support. So this offers resources, mentors, and networks helping teachers use their new skills, deal with challenges, and stay healthy and effective over the long term. So, examples of this is our teachers can receive ongoing mentorship from experienced educators, or support from disaster response teams, or guiding them on how to implement safety measures effectively. Now, let's proceed to the third one, which is the instruction and learning processes. So, this involves the interaction between the learners and teachers. So, planned according to the curricula and based on needs identified through the assessment. So, our teachers can use materials that incorporate local stories of resilience after earthquakes and typhoons. So this makes learning more relevant and engaging. So, learner-centered, participatory, and inclusive instructions involve the larger community in providing and supporting education. We can invite disaster response officials to share their expertise with our students and involve parents in creating emergency plans for our school. Now, let us proceed to the last, which is the assessment of learning outcomes. So, assessment provides the information that puts students' learning at the forefront of our planning. So, maybe we can use quizzes on earthquake safety procedures, or class discussions on typhoon preparedness to see how well our students are learning and adjust our teaching accordingly. So, assessments can include maybe writing, creating products, presentation, or task completion done individually or in group. So with that, education in emergency is necessary for us in the Philippines, especially when dealing with earthquakes and typhoons, which we have experienced in today's time. Like, we just experienced the earthquake and the typhoon, right? So with that, it is really essential for us to know the education in emergencies. So, by focusing on foundational standard, delivering comprehensive support to specific disasters, and prioritizing the learner-centered approaches that empower students, we can build more resilient and effective education systems. So, remember, education is a lifeline. So, by keeping it going, even in the toughest time, we help our students survive, thrive, and build a better future for themselves and our country. So, with that, thank you so much for listening. I hope you get something with this discussion, and excuse me with my voice. So that's all. Thank you and goodbye.